Whittward Carver and the travelling salesman's GPS nightmare. Whittward Carver, that's me. And let me tell you, I've had some dodgy days in my life, but none, and I mean none, compare to the day I trusted my life to a GPS with a PhD in theoretical bollocks. I mean, who thought that was a good idea? It's like asking a toddler to defuse a bomb. Picture this. I'm driving through London, trying to make my sales targets for the day. I've got a boot full of samples and a heart full of hope. I switch on the GPS, and it starts calculating, and calculating, and freaking calculating. I'm sitting there tapping the screen going, "Come on, you bloody contraption, I haven't got all day." And then it speaks. "Calculating the most efficient route," it says, in a voice that sounds like Stephen Hawking with a cold. "Please wait while I solve the travelling salesman problem." I blink. The what now? First stop, it tells me to turn left. I turn left. Then it says, recalculating. I sigh. Already? We've barely started. It ignores me, the cheeky sod. Turn right, it says. I turn right. Recalculating. I grit my teeth. Okay, listen here, you electronic idiot. I need to get to my sales calls, not solve a mathematical bloody puzzle. It doesn't listen. It's too busy having a digital existential crisis. I end up in some dodgy back alley, the kind of place where even the rats look shifty. I'm about to throw the GPS out the window when it suddenly chirps up, "Please proceed to the next customer." I look at the screen. It's sending me to a bloke named Terry, who lives in a flat above a kebab shop. I sigh, put the car in gear, and drive off. This is going to be a long day. I meet Terry. He's a big bloke. The kind who looks like he eats nails for breakfast. He's got a tattoo of a snake on his arm, and the snake is eating a smaller snake. It's like a visual representation of the sales hierarchy. I show him my samples. He grunts, scratches his chin and says, "Nah, not interested, mate." I sigh. Fantastic. I just drove through half of London, nearly got mugged by a pigeon, and all for a bloke who's not interested. He looks at me like I'm mad. "You what, mate?" I shake my head. Never mind. Have a nice day. Back in the car, the GPS is having a party. Recalculating, it says, with all the joy of a kid on Christmas morning. "Oh, for the love of, just pick a direction and stick with it," I shout. It ignores me, the blasted thing. It's too busy trying to solve a problem that's been baffling mathematicians for centuries. I'm just trying to sell some sodding samples. I end up in a posh neighbourhood, the kind where the houses cost more than the GDP of a small country. The GPS tells me to stop in front of a house that looks like it's made of gold and unicorn tears. I ring the bell. A butler answers, looks me up and down, and says, "I think you're lost, sir." I sigh. You and me both, mate. You and me both. By the end of the day, I've driven enough miles to circumnavigate the bloody moon. I've met more dodgy characters than a detective novel, and I've sold precisely 0 samples. I look at the GPS, sitting there, smug as you like. "You know what?" I say, switching it off. "You're a bloody waste man. A useless digital waste man." It doesn't respond. It's too busy calculating its way to oblivion. And that, my friends, is the story of the travelling salesman's GPS nightmare. A tale of mathematical madness, digital despair, and the never-ending quest to sell some bloody samples. Because in the end, isn't that what life is all about? Trying to navigate the chaos, one recalculation at a time? And if we can laugh while we're doing it, well, that's something truly marvellous. Even if it does involve a GPS with a death wish.